Hello, everybody. Welcome to Woodland Hills Community Church's Thursday Night Live. My name is Fia Paventi.
And I'm Andrea Paventi.
That's my mother. And we are so excited to be here. We are located at Woodland Hills Community Church in California, Woodland Hills. And we are a group of people who comes up every Thursday and performs. And we are so happy to have you in the sanctuary or on Zoom. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello and welcome. We are so excited to be here. I am starting us off. I will be singing a song on the Columbia, which is this thing. It's a little finger piano. I'll be singing the Avatar's Love, and I will be singing a song called Motion Sickness by Phoebe Bridgers on the ukulele. And here's a word from my lovely mother.
Hi, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here with Fia. If you're not familiar with Woodland Hills Community Church, we're a just, peace, progressive church. Our tagline is, whoever you are or wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. One of my fondest memories is bringing my daughter with me. We would sit in the back, and a song would come up that Gracie, who's also here, would sing, and she'd sing, no matter who, no matter what, no matter where you are on the journey of life, you're welcome. Welcome in this place. And we dance in the back, and I have good memories of that, and I just feel the love here. So whether you're searching, whether you have opinions, come on in. We'd love to have you. I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to let my beautiful daughter start. Good luck, kid.
Thank you, Mother. I don't have any thumbnails, so it might be a little rocky, but I'm very excited to be here. Here we go. Thank you so much. At one point, the air conditioning shut off, and it was just like beautiful and silent, so thank you so much for that. Next, I'll be performing a song by my favorite artist, Phoebe Bridgers. I actually went to the band that she's in last night in Pomona called Boy Genius, and it was a lot of fun. The song I'm singing tonight is called Motion Sickness. I'm going to set my other instrument down. So while I pull up the chords, I just want to let everybody know that I am learning how to play guitar, and I went to Guitar Center today to get strings for my guitar, and I have no idea how to string them. So if anybody knows how to string a guitar and wants to help me, my guitar is in my trunk. I hate you for what you did. And I miss you like a little kid. I faked it every time, but that's alright. I can hardly feel anything. I hardly feel anything at all. You gave me 1,500 to see your hypnotherapist. I only went one time. You let it slide. Fell on hard times a year ago. Was hoping you would let it go, and you did. I have emotional motion sickness. Somebody roll the windows down. There are no words in the English language. I could scream to drown you out. I'm on the outside looking through. You're throwing rocks around your room. sickness. Somebody roll the windows down. There are no words in the English language. I could scream to drown you out. Hey, why do you sing with an English accent? I guess it's too late to change it now. You know I'm never gonna let you have it. I will try to drown you out. You said when you met me you were bored. You said when you met me you were bored. And you were in a band when I was born. I have emotional motion sickness. I try to stay clean and live without. And I wanna know what would happen if I surrendered to the sound. Surrender to the sound. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fia. That was beautiful. Next up, we have Gracie, and she's going to be singing a song from Mulan called Reflections. And if you think about Mulan, the movie, it's about a woman that has to dress up as a man to go off to war. And she has to be somebody other than her authentic self. And here at Woodland Hills Community Church, you don't have to do that. You can come as you are and find your reflection here. We'll be happy to smile back at you. So with that plug, come on up, Gracie.
Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but it's all a mask to every day. It's as if I play a part. Now I see, if I wear a mask, I can fool the world, but I cannot fool my heart. In a world where I have to hide my heart and what I believe in, but somehow I will show the world what's inside my heart and be loved for who I am. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Must I pretend
Give it up for Evie. Wait a minute. Gracie. You know what? Come up here, Evie. Come up here, Gracie and Evie. I want to apologize to you both. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? Next up, we have Evie Wilkins performing I'm Positive. I thought about it this time. Yeah. We have Evie coming up and performing Unstoppable by Sia. Yes, you are. Come on up.
All smiles, I'll do what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and through the nighttime. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. With my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Oh yeah, I put my arm around, show you how strong I am. I put my arm around to show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. And now in every single game, I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. And I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I'll cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Oh yeah, I know, I've heard that to let your feelings show is the only way to make friendships grow. I'm too afraid now. Yeah, I put my arm around, show you how strong I am. I put my arm around to show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. And now in every single game, I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. And I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I put my arm around, show you how strong I am. I put my arm around to show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. And now in every single game, I'm so powerful. We don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. And I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today.
You were unstoppable. She was unstoppable. And you know what else is unstoppable? This church. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to do a quick little story because that's what I do. I don't. And my little takeaway for tonight's little ditty that I have for you is to make everybody your friend. And this is what I mean by that. There was a time when my kids were born that I would walk down to the gas station, especially with my first one, and I'll never forget, I was tired, and I knew the guy that owned the gas station. His name was Albert, and I walked in there. He goes, "How are you doing?" And I said, "Great." And he says, "Can I help you with anything?" I said, "Yes, please, hold the baby." And I literally handed a gas station attendant my newborn child. And I started making a habit of this. And every day I would walk through and I would go and I would sit on the water bottles and I'd hand the baby off to this guy and I'd read and I'd drink Diet Coke. And that is, I think, how I avoided postpartum depression. And this continued for a very long time. So there was a time that I thought either I have no boundaries or I'm just a very loving person. So I chose door number 2. And the love piece. And so I made a list of things because I was thinking about it this week, that I am able to get a story pretty much out of anybody. And I'm just going to give you a list of what happened just this week, and there is a reason for this. Okay, so I went to Costco on Tuesday. I didn't really want to go to Costco, but my family has to eat apparently, so I go in there. And a woman at the front door stops me, and she goes, "Andrea, how are you doing?" And I said, "Fine." And the reason I know this woman is because I would always ask her how she was doing when I'd leave the store, and I'd get little pieces of her story, 2 minutes at a time. And after like minute number 20, which is probably the 10th time, she told me that she was married at Woodland Hills Community Church, which cracked me up, who would know. And the other thing that she said is that her son had unfortunately killed himself. And so I don't want to make this a downer, but the point that I'm making is that here's a woman who's smiling for everybody, walking into Costco every day and putting little happy faces on this receipt, and she's going through her own pain. And so now whenever I see her, she gives me a big hug and we talk. And another woman at Costco that I saw, her name, I won't give her name, but she was saying how, my oldest daughter isn't talking to me right now. And so we talked about it back and forth and gave her some experience, strength, and hope, and she got my number, and apparently we're going for coffee. When I was at I was recently on the East Coast, I ran into 3 people at the place that we ate. We ate there 3 times. Martin just had a baby. He's doing really great. Turns out he was adopted. Lori Ann's lived there for 20 years. She's from Cape Cod, and this is her place. And there was also one other person that I met that was there. Oh yeah, this guy Greg, he was our waiter, and he gave us a whole list of places to go because I asked them, how are you doing and what's going on? I mean, the list goes on and on. I've got people at Trader Joe's. Today I was in class, and the kids were a little out of control, big shock, but they were literally talking through everything I was saying. They were throwing things, and at one point, I kept saying, well, these people are my friend, but a woman comes up to me who's a student teacher. She walks out of the room, she comes back, and she says, there's a teacher at the school that you can talk to. She knows what she's doing when it comes to behavior management. That student teacher, she's not my friend. I've decided with that, but I was nice to her anyway. So the whole skinny of this whole thing is that we're all going through stuff. Life is not always easy, but we can just walk right by people, or we can take 2 seconds and get people's story, because I am convinced that the world doesn't need one more religion. We don't need one more great fix. What we just need to do is look at somebody and say, how are you? And be a container for them, and not try to fix it, and just say, thank you for sharing. I'm here. And if we can do that a little 2 minutes at a time, life might get a little better, because the thing is that I end up feeling better, because sometimes I get stuck in my own thing and I ask people how they're doing, and I can get out of myself. So to me, that's my little takeaway for you guys today. Be friends with people. You never know who you're going to meet. That is it. That's all I've got today. Thank you. My friend too, Fia. You're my friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mother. That was so beautiful. That's my mom, everybody. Up next, we have the lovely Lake, and Lake will be singing Gossip by Jester Harrison, and that was actually sung in this church in the 1960s, and she will also be singing a poem about noisy neighbors. And what I love about Lake is she will tell you all about it, so I'm going to let Lake take the stage, and if you don't want to come here to perform, you are always welcome to perform over Zoom just like Lake. So let's give it up for Lake, everybody. Woo!
Well, she told all about how Jester Harrison came to our church. We used to be a happening church, and he sang this song. Gossip, gossip, evil thing, much unhappiness it bring. If you can't say something nice, don't talk at all is my advice. Now, the other thing, no, it's not sung. It's a poem that I wrote over 30 years ago when I first moved into this building. And the words of the poem explain everything else. To the west of your house is a building that's new. The tenants that live here are disabled, it's true. We moved in last December and most of us love it. The neighborhood is peaceful, it's a place many covet. Then summertime came, 'twas 101. We opened our windows and got out of the sun. Now I lie in my bed, but my mood is not cheerful. The window is open and I get an earful. Your music is playing, your TV is loud, the commercials are blaring, the sponsors are proud. I turn to the left and I toss to the right. I can't get to sleep, it's loud into the night. If you just turn it down, you would be in the pink. You could still hear your music. I could hear myself think. Could you think of us then as the summer wears on and turn down the music, the parties, and so on? We all would be grateful asleep in our beds if the night were more peaceful with less noise in our heads. So thank you, dear neighbors, for putting it right. Nighttime is for sleeping. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much, Lake. I especially love that poem. I have a bedroom right under my parents' room, and about once a week I'll get a call from my parents from the Alexa downstairs, and they'll tell me to be quiet. So I related to that poem.
I sent it to my neighbors, but it didn't help.
And to be clear, when we tell Fia to be quiet, it's a lot more fun to call from Alexa, and she picks up, and I say,
Hello, this is your father. I am in bed with your beautiful, exquisite mother, and we are trying to have a conversation. Can you please be quiet?
that's how we do it.
I can confirm that is how it is done. Up next, we have Camilla, and she will be singing Everywhere on the ukulele. Woo!
So this was the first song I sang here. I was petrified. I have had stage fright my whole life. That's why I'm doing this, to get over it. So I thought maybe I'd do it again and maybe not be so petrified this time. Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. Speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Something's happening to me. My friends say I'm acting peculiarly. Come on, baby, better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. Come on, baby, better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Oh, I wanna be with you everywhere. Thank you.
That was so amazing. Camilla always comes up and performs so wonderful, but there was so much confidence in this one, and so it was so exciting to listen to.
I agree. Being a witness to your transformation has been a beautiful thing. It really has. And we're so glad that you're part of our community. So, shall I go? Okay. Our lovely human, another one, Marshall, is going to come up. And let me just tell you about Marshall. So, we were looking for a director of was it Children's Youth Ministry. And she emailed me out of nowhere and said, you don't know me, but I'm already here doing a theater program. And I said, great, let's interview her. And oh my goodness, we had met people. And she comes in, and I thought, this is heaven. If the board does not like this woman, we have no hope at all. I'm quitting the church. And we loved her. Where are you? Oh, there she is. Come on up. She's going to be reading a poem. That was a good endorsement. No pressure.
That was actually a lot of pressure. Hi.
I'm your friend.
I am trying to read a lot of different poetry this year, and I came across these two pieces from a book called Love Poems for Anxious People by John Kinney. And the first poem is called Here Comes Someone Whose Name I Should Know. We have met so many times, you and I, and yet I have no idea what your name is. And I stand frozen with inane grin on my face. Do you have a name? Okay, here you come, smiling, calling my name and the name of my spouse and my child and my dog, which I kind of can't believe that you remember. Oh my God, you're almost here. And I need to introduce you to the person standing next to me, whose name might be Beth or Valentina. I'm not sure. Okay, here's a quick thought. Not about your name, though. About the urge that I feel right now to just start running. That would be a weird thing to do, though, right? At a children's birthday party. But not as weird as what I end up doing, which is stuff 2 cupcakes into my mouth so that I'm not able to speak. And then I choke and I spit them out onto the man next to me, whose name, it turns out, is Alan, which I now will never forget. And this next piece is definitely for the young people. Well, it's for everyone, but it's a nod to the young people. This piece is called "A Friend Hasn't Texted Me Back Yet, and I Am Totally Fine with That." A friend hasn't texted me back yet, and I'm totally fine with that. It's fine. She's busy. Who isn't busy? It's just that it's been a few days, and it was an awesome picture of my appetizer at a restaurant. But, you know, whatever. But it's weird, though, right? I mean, she could have at least hearted it. I mean, it's a nice photo if you like arugula, which she does. It's fine, though. 2 days, nothing. I mean, a day and a half, technically, and she definitely saw it, read. It says read, so I know she read it and then ignored it or laughed. She laughed at my photo of my appetizer, which sure, I mean, it just seemed to be arugula, but it also had beets and shaved Parmesan. So now that makes me an asshole? Okay, maybe this nice person facade of hers is total crap. I should have trusted my gut when I initially liked her and then wondered if she was too nice, because she's a horrible person, and I should tell her that. Oh, okay, wait. A text from her, finally. So, hey, my grandmother died. That would explain things. Still, commenting on my salad, would it have killed her? Thank you.
Was there anything else on the salad besides the Parmesan cheese and the beets and the shake?
There was disrespect on that salad.
That was good, Fia. There was disrespect, with a side of ignoring as well. Yeah. All right. I'm going to let Fia introduce the next act. I'm not saying that's. You know what? That is a feud for the two of you. It's the Capulets and the. What is it? The Montagues and the Capulets right here.
I didn't realize it was that deep. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next up we have the lovely Evie Wilkins, and Evie does not look like it, but she's actually a child prodigy because she is 8 years old. So coming up, Evie Wilkins. Evie will be singing a song from the most beautiful musical. Evie will be singing "You Will Be Found," and maybe she can tell you a little bit about that. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1, I'm 8. Number 2, don't ask questions. Number 3, I grow really fast. And number 4, I'm singing a song from Dear Evan Hansen called "You Will Be Found." Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you can disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let those lonely feelings wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, the dark comes crashing through and you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So if the sun comes streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head above you now, you will be found. 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 Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head above you now, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
That was so good. Evie had so much emotion. There was so much diction. Jokes aside, that was the best performance by an 8-year-old I've ever seen. That was crazy. Up next, we have the lovely Gracie Wilkins, and she will be singing Ooh Child, which is an ode to our favorite 8-year-old, Evie.
This is another song kind of following that trend of, like keeping your head up. I've always listened to this song where I'm feeling a bit ploppy or a bit like bleh, so it's a song that really can like cheer us up, and it makes you feel like, you stand a bit of a chance, and there's like, there's hope, and you just have to keep going, and that things will work out for the best. Sing along if you want. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, when the world is much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, when the world's much brighter. La 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 la. La la la. things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
I want to be Gracie when I grow up. This is so good.
What about me?
Sorry, Mom.
It's okay. Gracie just told me things are going to get easier, so I'm going to let go of that. We're coming to the end of our service, right? But I wanted to thank Wayne first. Round of applause for Wayne, who's always playing piano and organizing this. And big shout out to Bill in the back. Also, Bill, thank you so much. To our audience for coming. And if you're interested in events that are happening at the church, you can just sign up for a text. I don't have that text number, but you can look at woodlandhillscommunitychurch.org, I believe. And meanwhile, I'm going to pass this over to my daughter. It was a pleasure being with my mini-me here. Here you go.
You know what? I think she said it all, but I am so excited that I got to be here. I'm so grateful for my mother and Wayne and Bill and all the performers that were here tonight. So thank you so much. I hope everybody has a lovely evening and next week.